So given how the media has changed, right, the available mediums have changed, we also see that there's a change in messaging. So if you only had TV at your disposal, then you could pretty much do one ad aired to a ton of people. So that's broad reach, broadcast on the left-hand side. As you layer in additional information like demographics, psychographics, behavioral targeting, segmentation, personas, whatever, right? These are additional targeting parameters, so you can target your group, your target audience, tighter and tighter. And in doing so, you can now tailor your message to each of those groups. So now we go to, if we have several groups broken out, we can now have several versions of a message, right? So it's a little bit more relevant to each of the groups. But if you take that as a thought exercise all the way out to the right-hand side, what happens when the group is the individual, right? It's the atomic unit of society. Can you tailor a message down to the individual? And the short answer is, with traditional media, you cannot. Because you cannot make hundreds of versions of TV ads. You can't make thousands of versions of print ads. Completely not practical, right? You don't have all the money in the world, so you can't do it. So the answer is, with TV, print, and radio, these traditional forms of media, you cannot tailor the message down to the individual. But the good thing is, the world has actually been turned upside down. The advertising world has been turned upside down. And now we have the benefit of a change of behavior, which is the consumers are now going online and searching. So now, instead of the advertiser having to figure out how to target a message to the individual is now pulling for that information. They're searching for it when they want it, and they tell us what they're looking for by use of the keyword. So now we know exactly what they're looking for, and so the nature of what we as marketers have to do is a little bit different, right? It's not us figuring out who to target the message to, what the message should be, and maybe like 4 or 5 versions. It's now, how do we make sure that these people, when they're looking for it, actually finds our content, instead of our competitors, instead of not finding it at all, right? So that is a very different skill set, a very different set of actions that we have to do as marketers now in this new world, compared to what TV advertisers had to do in the kind of era of Mad Men, right? Like the TV show, right? They had different things they had to figure out. We have different things we have to figure out because the world has changed around us. Okay.